Welcome back to another episode of Imagine More Podcast, where we dive into the stories of incredible entrepreneurs who are shaking things up and making an impact. I'm your host, Rose Young, and today's guest is someone who embodies innovation, resilience, and straight-up business brilliance. Annmarie Cannan is here with us, and trust me, you're going to want to lean in for this one. Born and raised in Buffalo, New York, Annmarie grew up in a big, bustling family, 6 kids total, and she was the only daughter. From a young age, she had an eye for design, tweaking floor plans in the Sunday newspaper at just 10 years old. Her passion only grew from there, sewing her own bedding, making prom dresses for friends, and eventually setting her sights on the prestigious Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. Her education and experience took her across the country, from interning with a Frank Lloyd Wright architect in Arizona to working with Ethan Allen Global as a designer for nearly 2 decades. Now she's the founder of Annmarie Cannan Interior Design, bringing beauty and function to spaces with her unique touch. We'll talk about the secrets behind her success, the moments that almost made her throw in the towel, and, because I love to keep it real, how she unwinds when she's not running the world. Annmarie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Every business has an origin story. What's yours? What moment in your life made you say, yep, I'm diving into this business thing head first?
When I knew I was outgrowing the space that I was working in, knowing what resources are out there, what I could do, what I could offer, that's when I knew, okay, I need to make a jump.
Well, because I know you, I know that this is not your first business. Didn't you have a catering business before?
Yes, I did.
Well, tell me a little about that.
That grew organically. My former husband was a restaurateur. We moved from Florida to Ohio. I was not working at the time because there was not an Ethan Allen in the area that we were in. I am Catholic, and a brand new Catholic school was opening up, St. Bridget's in Dublin, Ohio. I applied for the cafeteria manager, having cooked my whole life, and the principal asked me, do you know how to cook? Well, I didn't realize that was not a concept. So I accepted the position. With my background, I was able to design the kitchen and implement the food for the children. And the children started eating. I was making home-cooked meals for lunch. I pretty much had carte blanche because it was a private school. The kids were going home telling their parents what they were eating, and the parents were like, there's no way you're eating that. So they would come in, the parents would come in and ask me, my kids really eating this? And I was like, yeah, you could walk through the line and look. And they were like, well, we have lunch here? And I said, well, if you pay, you can have lunch.
Oh.
Well, it grew into the parents having to make reservations to have lunch. And then it grew into, can you make us dinner? And then that grew into little catering jobs, which grew into a full-blown catering business. And at that point, I had to make a decision whether or not I was going to stay and manage the school cafeteria or go out on my own. It took a lot of thinking and planning. I was able to do it. I opened up a brick and mortar. It was a New York-style deli, and I catered out of the same area.
That's an incredible story. I mean, it was like just snowballed right in.
It was wonderful. I had so many great opportunities. I was in a wonderful area. I met so many wonderful people. It was just, I enjoyed every minute of it.
I love it. So it sounds like to me that entrepreneurship, I'm going to say, is in your bones.
I would say it's inbred, yes.
I think so. But we all know it's not all rainbows and dollar signs. Tell us about a moment when things went completely off the rails. What happened and how did you turn it around?
There was a bathroom remodel that I was working on, and the clients presented the fact that there was a bulge in the bottom of their shower. I knew it was a water problem. We didn't know how extensive it was. And we went in there, the contractor went in there and started tearing out, demoing the bathroom, and we found that the water had leaked from the shower through the subfloor into the joists in the basement.
Oh,
So before we could do anything, the joists in the basement had to be replaced, which is an extensive amount of work and expensive. And thankfully, I had the right connections in the area where we were able to save thousands of dollars to do this. We rectified the situation, finished the bathroom, and it turned out beautiful.
oh wow. Anything water damage related, I know, is super expensive.
It's amazing the water damage that is in most of the houses in the area that are aged. You don't know until you get into the subfloor where it's gone.
Yeah, oh, that scares me a little, being in an aged house, as you say.
You don't know till you open the wall or the floor.
On the flip side, what's one decision or strategy that changed everything for you? That moment where you thought, I'm on to something big here.
Seeing the growth opportunities in this area, how it's changing, how it's evolving, what I can do long term, where I could stay prevalent. The opportunities that are out there, the connections that I have are amazing. I am so lucky for where I am and what I'm doing, and I love what I'm doing. I make sure that I listen to everything the customer is saying, make sure it's implemented. I'm enjoying it.
Take me a little bit about your process.
Normally, we do a design consultation. So in that design consultation, I look at the space or spaces of what the client needs, wants. We talk about their likes, dislikes, what their vision is for that space. I go through, I measure. I have a program where I could do 2D and 3D, so it brings up the image in real life. I have a second appointment. We go through all of the designs that I have done. They need to be tweaked, redone, whatever it is. It takes 2 to 3 appointments before you really get to a solid design. Once that solid design is there, then I could estimate the cost of whatever it may be. New build, remodel. Every client is different in what they are requesting.
What if a client wants to do a little of their work themselves? Or do you have vendors that you usually use? And how do you save us money?
I have a list of subcontractors that I will refer out. Mm-hmm. And they're ones that I've worked with in the past that I know what their work is, their quality of work, and what their cost is.
Right.
So I could work within your budget saying, okay, I have this budget, what can we do? Normally I can meet that budget.
Oh, that's important.
Yes, it is. It's massive, yeah.
Right.
And I could, if they need to cut back, like I'll give them the full budget. If they need to cut back, we can cut back. I'm willing to work. Everyone is in a different stage. I can work with it at whatever stage you're in.
Yeah. I know that if you want to get something done and then you see the cost, it scares you off. How do you get the client to relax a little bit and realize that you can afford this?
When I walk them through and say, okay, how long are you going to stay in this home? Say it's a master bathroom, which could be extensive as far as the cost goes, and they really need to remodel this bathroom. The 2 key areas in a home that has been lived in, or if you want to sell, are the bathroom, the master bath, and the kitchen. So I try to explain the value of redoing those to bring them up to date, because the house, if they want to sell it in the future, the house will be able to sell quickly. If they're staying in the house, we modify it so that they can stay in the house long term. I'm ADA certified, so I can see the vision in that and help guide them in that process. There are quite a few older individuals that really want to stay in their home long term, so I can help them modify the home.
Oh, that's nice. Is that a specialty of yours, is if I don't want to move into an assisted living, I want to stay in my home? Yes. Tell me a little bit about that.
So a lot of times there is, say it's a 2-story home and they have to move to the main floor because they can't do the stairs anymore. So we walk through the home, see what can be modified, if there's any walls that could be moved, make sure all the furniture is in places where they're not going to trip over the furniture, the rugs, make sure all of the openings for rooms are wide enough that if, in fact, they had to be in a wheelchair, it would make it through that entryway, that exit, whatever it may be, into the bathroom, make sure that they have enough space in the bathroom to turn that wheelchair. There's a lot of restrictions on what you can do as far as bringing everything up to code for ADA certification. A subcontractor is important in this process because they can work with me and modify whatever needs to be modified, opening doorways, moving walls so that you have better access, moving bars in your closets to where they can reach the clothes, where they can reach their shoes, bedding, making sure they can get in and out of a bed, the height of the mattress.
Oh, wow.
In the living room, making sure that they can walk through without tripping over an area rug, a piece of furniture, a coffee table, an end table, making sure they could reach the side light, whatever it is, the lamp that's on the side of a sofa or chair, and access in and out of every room.
Wow, your knowledge is very valuable. Half of that stuff that you were just talking about, I would have never thought of until I heard you say it.
Thank you. It's a passion. I had broken my neck in the past, and I was walking with a walker and realized, oh no. And I was walking in downtown Southern Pines and realized how ADA unaccessible a lot of places were. And having my background in residential design and commercial design, I realized there's a great need, and being in the community that is aging and wants to stay, it attracted me more to that area.
And be independent. I mean, we all want to stay independent.
Yes, be independent. And I'm fiercely independent, so it made me think, okay, if I had to stay in a space at a long term, how can I make this space work? And that's when I sought out the ADA certification.
Oh, wow. So I think that, do you just do consultations on the ADA safety? Is that what it would be called? The ADA safety of your home?
Yes, I can do just consultations. They can hire out however they want to hire out, whatever they want to do, minimal, maximal, whatever design they feel as though is valuable for them. I would work with them doing. Consultations are very important. It at least gets a thought into their mind as to, okay, I can do this, I can do that, I can afford this, I can afford that. And they can proceed on their terms and in their timeline.
That's amazing. I love that. Have you found a home that cannot be fixed to ADA standards?
When you have a home with front stairs going up to the front door that is inaccessible for anyone that's in a wheelchair, possibly with crutches, with a walker, it is dangerous. It's an accident waiting to happen. If they have an entryway through the garage and they can get into the first floor without having to walk upstairs, that would be beneficial. Most homes, you can retrofit a personal elevator in if you have more than one floor. It could be put into a closet, whether it be a coat closet or an entryway hall closet, whatever it may be. There are elevators that can be retrofitted into existing homes now, so that makes it accessible to the second floor. You don't have to have that little chair that goes up the stairway.
Oh, yeah, that goes it takes 20 minutes to go up 5 steps.
But there are accessible elevators now for homes, and there are quite a few homes that are being built with the elevators.
Oh, okay.
Only because people are staying in their homes longer, or want to stay in their homes longer. The newer builds that, I want to stay in this house for this many years. Okay, we're aging. What do we see down the road? What can we see down the road? So some of these elevators are being planned into the original architectural drawings.
Okay, listeners, did you hear that? So if you're building a home and you're planning on staying there, have Annmarie come in first and help you with that design.
It saves thousands of dollars when you have a designer in the process working with the architect and the builder.
Is that your favorite, the new builds?
I love new builds. It's a clean palette. It's wonderful.
If your business had a superhero name, what would it be, and what's the secret weapon that makes your brand stand out from the crowd?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Oh, I have to
Yes.
hear why.
Give me a challenge. See what I can do.
I love it. That should be your tagline. Give me a challenge. See what I can do.
I'm going to use that one.
Yeah, I think you should.
I think I will.
All right, let's have some fun. Would you rather have unlimited funding but no creative control, or complete creative control but shoestring budgeting forever?
Absolutely. Complete creative control and a shoestring budget. Like I said, I love challenges. Give me a challenge. Let me see what I can do with this. You'll be pleased in the end, and I love it.
Okay, that's wonderful. All right, run your business from a tropical beach with Wi-Fi or from a high-rise office with a dream team?
No on the high rise. No. I am more of a personal person. I love to work with people personally. A high rise intimidates. A dream team is ideal. You could do that in a smaller area or a smaller space. The high rise is just not my style. I'm more relaxed, laid back. I want to listen to what your needs are. Dream team is imperative in this business, and I thankfully have enough subcontractors that I know their work, I know what their quality is. I feel as though I'm creating a wonderful dream team, and with that, I can create what your needs are.
You have a really calming personality. When I'm sitting with you and talking, I just feel,
It's wonderful.
what's one thing people get totally wrong about your industry?
The work that goes on behind the scenes.
Ah,
It's amazing. It is hours and hours of research and planning and drawing and collaborating. And a lot of those hours are not charged for. When you have a passion to what you're doing, those hours aren't charged for. I am guilty of staying up until 1 o'clock in the morning.
are you?
Designing. Because that relaxes me.
Really?
It does. It relaxes me. I could be on the computer and, do your floor plan, put the furniture in, and just sit there and, oh yeah, I'm nerdy. And it's great for me. I love it.
Well, I don't have the vision. I mean, you tell me I need little of this, little of that. I can't see it. How do you help me see it?
I have a program that's 2D and 3D, so I can show you from looking down on the area, and I can bring the area up to make it look real life and move you around the room so where it's almost looking like you're walking through the room so you can see where every aspect is. The program is advanced enough that I can even put artwork on the wall, accessories on your bookshelves.
Oh,
It just
wow.
makes it real life and in color and in true color.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, it's a wonderful, it's the CAD programs out there now are absolutely amazing.
Now, did you have to learn how to use? Are they really technical? Are they user friendly? Or
It depends on what your background is. I had a lot of architectural experience, and I've been working on computers for years, so that was an advantage right there. There is a learning curve with every CAD program. There's a learning curve. Once you get past that learning curve, you just go for it. And it's a learning curve for there's 2 programs out there now, SketchUp and Chief Architect or Architect 2020. Those are the most used programs right now. I can go between them both. But I've had to work up from simpler programs to where I am at this point.
all right, so what if you go into a client's house and that client wants to do something that you know is terrible? It's going to look horrible, but they really, really want to get it done. What do you do?
I work with them on trying to find the value of what they're doing and how it would work in a different manner. So I'll sit with them and say, okay, we can do this and we can try this. So say it's a living room.
Yes.
And they want the furniture in a certain manner, but I know in time it's not going to work. So I'll sit there with them and we'll go through I'll draw it up, we'll walk it through, and I'll say, okay, so if we move this over here and we move this over here, why don't we sit with this for a minute and just think about it and think of the room and how you're processing the room. Just sit with it for a minute. We don't have to make a decision today. And I don't pressure anyone into anything because it's got to be their decision. They have to be comfortable with it. They have to live with it. I give all of my professional advice and see where it goes. I recently had a client that had a very long living room. They wanted me to have the living room be more functioning and comfortable. They had it separated into 2 different areas. I suggested a larger area rug. There was a lot of furniture in there. We repositioned the furniture 3 or 4 times. After we found the right rug for that, we had the rug delivered and some gentlemen helping us move the furniture. And it took a couple times to get the furniture correct. But the gentleman sat down and he goes, okay, I doubted you at first, but now I love this.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's got to be validating.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. He gave me a hug before I left. It was
Really?
great.
Oh, that's so nice.
It was great.
Do you have, so if you buy the rug, do you have certain places that you go, or do you just get online and start looking for what you want?
I get online for ideas. There are certain areas depending on your budget. Capel Rugs is my go-to. They're up in Troy. They are open to the public, so you can walk through there. They have rugs from area rugs that are every price range. They do get a lot of rugs in that they're trying to sell off that are amazing buys. So that's usually my go-to. They have the best styles for every style.
So what exciting things are on the horizon for you and Annmarie Cannan Interior Design? Any new projects, expansions, or wild ideas brewing?
Wild ideas.
Yeah.
Give me your new build. Just give me your new build. I've been delving into the staging for resale and new builds. New builds that are creative nowadays as to where you walk in and, okay, what do I do with this living room? How can I put things in here? I can't see how my furniture would work in this space. That is more of what is trending right now for me.
Okay.
Is the staging, whether it be to resell or a new build moving in.
So now will you work with real estate agents or?
I work with a lot of real estate agents, some builders. Yes.
Okay. Well, that is extra. Have you just started that or have you been doing that?
Just started it within the last few months.
And have you found that you're enjoying yourself?
I love it. It's a challenge.
Yeah. Remember that, folks. She loves the challenge. That's her thing.
Challenges.
If your entrepreneurial journey had a theme song, what would it be and why?
Into the Wild by Eddie Vedder. It is a country song, which I am not a big country person, but the persona of the song resonates with me. Have it put a challenge in front of me and I'm going to show you what I can do with this.
So what are some of the words? Were those the words right out of the song, or what was the song again? Say it again.
Into the Wild.
Into the Wild. I'm not familiar.
It's a country music song, and it's more of a husband that his wife no longer wanted to stay married. His belongings were thrown out the window.
Oh.
And he had to find his way, and he found his way, and he's doing fine, and he's happy, and it's basically what a challenge is. Give me your worst, I'll show you my best.
Oh, all right. So have you ever thrown anybody's belongings out the window?
I cannot answer that.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you that when I was first married, I did that when my husband and I had a fight. I would throw his stuff out in the front lawn. And do you know how he cured me from that?
Did he throw yours out?
Yes, he did. That was the last time I did that, was when he just went in and started throwing all my stuff out there, too. It's not fun.
He got your back.
Certainly did. He certainly did. If you could go back and give baby entrepreneur you one piece of advice, what would it be?
Fear means growth.
Fear means growth. Oh,
Yes.
that's good.
I was so afraid to go out on my own. I was having panic attacks. I really was so scared
Yeah.
to go out on my own. And everyone kept saying, you'll do fine, you'll do fine, you'll do fine. And I really couldn't see it
Yeah.
until I was doing it.
Oh, wow. So how long have you been out on your own?
Since December.
Since December. And?
I have not stopped. And it's wonderful.
It's that challenge aspect, isn't it?
I believe so.
So what about young people that want to go into interior design? Do you have any advice for them?
Go for it. Everyone has their own style. Everyone will develop their own style. There are a lot of women, men that love the design process. And there's a lot of different facets that you can go with that. You can go with the drawing end, just the CAD design. You could go with physically, designing into the home. You could stay in the background. You can be a support object. There's so many different opportunities out there for designers. Developing new area rug designs, developing furniture designs, window treatments, soft and hard window treatments. There are so many areas that you can go into. Like my passion is color design and space planning. Those are my two really big passions because color design can affect a room. It'll affect your psyche. There's a lot of science that goes into color design and space planning for entry. Is it welcoming? Is it not welcoming? Can you walk around the furniture without falling down? So there's a lot of science that is backed into both of those areas.
Do I need to go and get a 4-year college degree?
No.
No.
North Carolina is one of the states where you do not have to be licensed. There are a lot of programs out there. Sandhills Community College has a program, and then North Carolina State has a program. You don't have to. There's a lot of online programs through different online entities that will offer interior design certifications. You do not have to be licensed.
Okay, that's good knowledge because when you go and you spend so much money to get that 4-year degree,
Correct.
And then you get out, now what am I going to do?
Correct. And you're looking at your debt and then it stifles you.
Yeah.
In design.
Do you have to work with someone first before you jump out on your own, you think?
It's advisable to do that. Shadow somebody if you think, okay, this is what I want to do. The best thing to do is shadow a designer and then work for either a small firm, a corporation, anywhere you can get enough knowledge under your belt to know what you're good at. Everyone has their high qualities, and you have to develop that quality and know what it is, and then you could just proceed with that.
Have you ever thought about getting an intern?
Lately, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I must have read your mind just now. Did you hear that, guys? Okay, lightning round. I'm going to throw some rapid fire questions at you. First thing that comes to mind. Go. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Dream celebrity client?
Kevin Costner.
Favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
CSI New York.
Oh, really? CSI New York. Okay. Best book you've read recently?
The Birth Order book.
Best book you've ever read?
Birth Order book.
Really? No kidding.
I think everyone should read that.
I don't know that. What is that?
It's about, so there's 3 levels in every family. So you have the oldest, the middle, and youngest. And it's characteristics of each sibling, family, and it helps with dealing with people on an everyday basis. There's characteristics of everyone's personality, and it helps break it down to where you understand, okay, I know where you're coming from.
That is interesting.
It's very important.
Did you have some aha moments when you were reading
Oh,
it?
amazing.
Yeah.
Since I'm one of 6, I'm all 3 of those personalities. So I'm the oldest, the middle, and the only.
Oh, really? I'm the only.
So you have them all also.
I do.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I
because
definitely
you're the
need to
only.
read it. Yes.
And you'll have many aha moments since you're the only. And you'll be reading this book. You can't put it down. The book
Really?
is that good. You cannot put it down.
Tell us the name again.
The Birth Order book, and the author is escaping me, but there's only one out there. It's called The Birth Order book.
Okay. I'm going to look that up.
It's wonderful.
Annmarie, you've been fabulous. Thank you for sharing your story, your insights, and your incredible energy with us today. If listeners want to keep up with Annmarie and all the amazing things she's doing, where can they find you?
They could find me through AnnmarieCannanDesigns.com is the website, and also the email is AnnmarieCannanDesign@gmail.com. My phone number is 614-209-4625, or you might see me walking down the street with a puppy.
I've seen you.
Just stop me, I'll talk to you.
Oh, no, you're not going to get anywhere now, Annmarie. So I highly recommend you call Annmarie Cannan Interior Design for a consultation. I've had her come in, and she really is good at listening and feeling what it is that you want to do.
Thank you.
And to all of you tuning in, if you loved today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs a little inspiration today. Until next time, keep dreaming big and making bold moves. Can you imagine more?